I do want to say, they started out this movie trying to make Chris Pine a dork and like an unlucky loser. I'm like, there is no way in any universe here or there that you could ever make Chris Pine anything but hot.
It's never gonna
work. You can
work.
put him in hobo clothes and glasses and I'm still like, man, what a specimen.
Yeah, which we've talked about. This is such a common trope for like early 2000s movies, is putting a hot person in glasses, and then all of a sudden they have this quote unquote transformation just because said glasses are removed. It's like, you are not fooling anyone.
It's kind of insulting to glasses wearers.
Yeah. So I was watching this for the very first time and I'm writing down my notes and I'm getting increasingly reading these notes. You can see my anger bubbling. So I'm like, okay, we're 15 minutes in, leads haven't met. All right, okay, all right, whatever. 25 minutes in, nothing has happened. 30 minutes in, leads have still not met. And I have like exclamation points to myself in here. At the 30-minute mark, I believe that is when the two leads finally meet. They dance. They have 1 minute of screen time on. Like,
can we
together.
just talk about that scene really quick?
The dancing?
Because what another like frequent scene in this like era of movies, masquerades, A, and B, like, I was like, am I watching Cinderella Story right now? Because she essentially looked like Cinderella. It was like she was in all white. I know Cinderella wears blue, but like at the ball she's wearing white. Yeah. And then he's dressed up as Zorro.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Which is Cinderella Story.
Yeah,
so, like,
and that came out a year earlier. So they ripped it off.
There must be like a million movies where it's a masquerade ball and then there's a misconnection because you don't know somebody that you were dancing with all night was actually this person.
Right.
It's like because he was wearing an inch of fabric over his eyes.
Right.
That's really
why.
where you see all the personality.
At least give me like a full bird flu mask or something, you know?
a morph suit.
Everyone's go big or go home.
A plague suit. We probably should tell our listeners what this movie is about. So Lindsay Lohan is just the luckiest person in the entire world. Like every good thing
Must
happens
be
to her.
nice.
Yeah, we're not sure how that feels. We are more of the Chris Pine
Yes, we are.
character.
We're pine nuts.
We're pine nuts. And he is also, like you see him parallel, everything goes wrong for him. Like every decision he makes turns to shit. So they don't meet for 30 minutes and all you see is her life going great and his going really poorly. And they meet at this ball that, it's not a ball, but like this party that she is throwing, and they dance and they end up kissing, and because of this kiss their luck reverses.
Which is also reminiscent, sorry to interrupt, but it's also reminiscent of Freaky Friday
And Parent Trap.
and like you know, just Lindsay Lohan and roles reversed.
Yes.
That's what we should do a whole episode on that, how all of her movies are essentially like that.
They're all like fish out of water kind of.
And then the same thing happened with her career. You know, it was going really well, and then it, reversed and took a nosedive.
Yes, I did actually make that note. I was like, wait a second. This kiss, we talked about this while we were watching the movie. Think about the trajectory of those two actors after this movie. Because after this movie, she went downhill.
To jail.
Yeah. And he freaking took off.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, this kiss, was it real?
In the trivia, I was actually reading that this is the downfall, the beginning of the end for her career.
Yes.
And this is actually the first time she overdosed on cocaine. So in this movie.
First time?
Yeah, only the first. So yeah, she was not doing well during this movie. And I think that probably had a bit of an influence on the acting and performance and just...
She was pretty good in it, though. I mean, I like her stuff. She does her genre very well.
Yeah.
There's never a time where I'm not believing her.
Yeah, and a lot of it wasn't her fault. The plot and some of the dialogue, again, not her fault.
Oh,
it was
the dialogue.
Just so
some
bad.
of those quotes in there.
Well, some of the lines are like Lindsay Lohan classics where they give her like just awful dialogue, but she finds a way to make it like enjoyable. Like she had a line where she goes, "You guys are silly," and like if I got that line, I'd be like, "Oh my god,
Jesus!" Yeah,
but it works for when she does it. Or like she had a line where she goes, one of the friends is like teasing her, and she's like, "I'm gonna get you."
Yes,
I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna get. No. It's in the scene where the washer is overflowing.
Oh, classic scene.
And they're having like a bubble fight, and she's like, "I'm gonna get you." Right?
No, it was when.
Oh no, when they're running around the park. Sorry.
They're running around in a park. I don't know. All I know is that it's an hour in, and Lindsay Lohan has kissed 30 men trying to figure out who was the one that she kissed to get her luck taken away. And I'm sorry, but they spent a minute and a half of screen time together. And I'm just like, what is this movie? Like, I don't understand.
It was a big point of contention for you.
It really
Another like reference to Cinderella, though. Like him, the prince going all over town trying to find the shoe that fit the girl.
True.
So imagine if that was roles reversed and a guy was running around New York kissing random women like 30 at a time in the span of an hour. Like, I feel like you couldn't do that with a guy. You could do it with a girl. I feel like
the guys do that though.
Yeah, they do.
And at one point she has like a eye patch on because like all of her bad luck, and I wrote down she deserves to go blind because she was not being a good person, like especially near the end, like when she makes some questionable decisions with her love interest, and like who deserves the luck is kind of
right. Yeah, she did not hesitate to find him and kiss him and turn that luck back around.
No, turn it
around. Right.
Even though she knew how shitty her life had been, like in recent, days or something.
Yeah, and that's
and she's like,
and he was living in that.
Yeah.
But let's flip this. If you guys had the opportunity this week to flip your luck around, like your ceiling is flooding water, you're running late for work, I'm on the side of the road with a flat tire. If it was that easy, would you transfer luck with somebody for like a week?
I don't think so, actually, because I am confident in how I will handle things, but I don't want to give someone else. I don't know. You don't know how.
Can I take it for like a day? Just like a little bump, like a pick me up sort of day type of situation.
Yeah.
Maybe I'd find like a criminal.
Yeah, someone
who like
a lucky criminal.
I'm like, you're already like going down that path. So.
Yeah. Would you?
No, not unless I knew it was like a Hitler type person who was like, I think we can let you take one for the team.
Right.
All right. Then I wouldn't do that either, guys. Not even for one day.